Hello and welcome to this week's live video, and we're going to be looking at the power of hope. Now, we're going to be breaking this down a little bit because we are going to be looking at what hope can stand for, and not your traditional way. This is something that I'm going to almost set you as like a little bit of a challenge to move forward into the week ahead, really keeping your mind open and focusing on the word hope. And here is what I mean by it. Imagine if we were to break this down to an acronym, I believe is the right word. And that acronym is, please correct me if that was wrong. Hi, Amy. Help other people every day. Hope. Help other people every day. Now, you might be sat there like, are you freaking kidding me? I've got homeschooling. I've got this going on. I've got to get all of this sorted every single day. And you want me to think about other people? Are you nuts? But here's the thing. When we take our emphasis off ourselves for even just a moment, call it 5 minutes, and we put our focus into other people and think, what could you do for them? That completely shifts your focus, especially if you're having a little bit of a tough day, you might be feeling overwhelmed with things. And this doesn't have to be a huge gesture when we're thinking about this moving forward using hope. This could be dropping someone a message, could be writing them a little card and sending them in the post, tagging them in a nice affirmation on social media. It might be, here's where you can get the family or the kids involved if you're homeschooling. Bake some cakes, drop them to a neighbour, drop them around to a friend. It's about looking outside of ourselves at, even with all that's going on in your life right now, even with the pandemic, wherever you are when you're listening back to this, and thinking outside of our minds, outside of our lives, problems, etc. And here's another thing why it's so beneficial to give back to others and keep that hope in mind is it releases beautiful endorphins in your mind and in your body. And these are like an explosion of feel good. If you were to imagine, have you ever given a gift? You might have known it was a really good gift, or maybe you made, I don't know, your grandma a card, or you've done something that little bit special and you got excited about giving it to someone. Or you may have that feeling when you are waiting for someone to open something and you get like the little bubbles inside, or maybe you just left some flowers on someone's doorstep and it was completely anonymous. I'm almost certain that you can resonate with that feeling of it just being beautiful. As much, if not more so, than when you receive a gift. So I'm going to set us, if you would like to join me, this is something I'm going to do for the whole week, is I'm going to think about this hope every single day for the next week and do something to help somebody else. And I would love for you to join me. And if you are homeschooling, let the kids in on this. If you are connecting to people in the workplace, let them know in the chat box what you're doing. Just having that extra little something good to focus on is vital right now. Vital for your mental health and your well-being. And especially I thought if we come together in the Awaken the Warrior group, I'm going to share some things that you can do for others. I would love to hear what you guys are also going to do or could do. And I'm also going to share some things because I genuinely believe one of the reasons why I have so much energy, and despite really being quite sleep deprived, the bags may give this away a little bit, but I've got twin babies, 10 months, and I am working from home. I work most evenings. Next week I've got Thursday night off and Saturday night off, as well as a couple of days a week looking after them full time, being a wife, etc., etc. And I honestly put so much of my energy down to that give back. As my job is, I obviously support others and help others, and that fuels my fire. Massively so. And I genuinely believe and feel that that is a big part of me being able to preserve, reserve, and keep my energy going. So you might be thinking, well, I don't do that for a living, or I've got 9 to 5 and I'm doing this, I'm not really satisfied in my job. If that is you, let's stick to where we are with just this hope for now. This is going to be so beneficial for you, more than ever, to be thinking, okay, even though I feel like this, and it is temporary. You're not a tree, you never have to stay exactly where you are, please remember that. But what one thing could you do to help somebody else today? What else could you do tomorrow? What could you do Tuesday? What could you do Wednesday? The simplest of things. That's what we're going to focus on for this week. So it's almost like a little challenge. I was thinking about this hope this week, and I was like, what could we do? So yeah, I thought, let's just go for it. I usually plan these things out, but let's just go for it. Life's too short. So let's try it for 5 days. If you're homeschooling, get the kids involved. If you're connecting with anyone, let them know. If you've got friends or family that you think would benefit from joining you, add them into this group. I'm gonna go live on the A Different Kind of Happiness page in a minute, briefly share the same, very similar. So if you want to share it on your personal page, just to bring people over to this group, they can then join us. Let's just spread a little bit of happiness this week, a little bit of hope. So I would love to know if you're up for joining us. So have a lovely rest of your evening, and I will see you very soon.